Nation, welcome to another episode of the Jobbertears podcast. As always, I'm Janelle from HR. Here with Sir Wilkins.
Just replace parts. Move some parts around.
Oh, shit.
Live is a great producer, right?
Yes.
So he could do that.
Live makes the beats and he produces. They're a one-stop shop. Shout out to EDC real quick. As we were talking about them.
Shout out to Nicholas and Maurice's new podcast.
Absolutely.
Bland by Nature. They cover anime and general stuff.
So
shout out
proud
to Nicholas.
of you guys.
You have to understand. Shout out to the day one fans like Nicholas, Maurice, all these other guys I can't remember. But shout out to everybody who's been there since day one, you know, who've been through the struggle, who've been up to that. You have to say, fun fact, Nicholas was our first ever fan.
He was on the podcast.
Yes. And that's rare, you know. There was someone else though, but
podcast.
like I don't know what happened to him.
He died.
He didn't die. That's okay.
He went to he went very
dead.
He's not dead.
And the crazy thing about it, son,
He's dead to me.
what are you gonna do?
Okay, finish the sentence.
Well, he's dead.
You can't just say he's dead on air and then be like,
Shout out to his family. He's
What?
dead though.
what am I do with y'all? Anyway, but yeah, shout out
Shout
to
to
Nick.
the Dirty Hills for making 2
Yes,
years anniversary. Shout out to my
happy
guys,
anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
aka,
to the Dirty Hills
aka the Smackdown
gang.
crew. Shout out to the Backstreet Brawl for having an 8-year anniversary a couple of years back.
Y'all niggas has been around for a long time.
They started as a streaming platform.
Doesn't
at one
matter.
point, yeah.
One time is one time.
Who else? Who out there shout out
Well,
real quick?
before that, thank you to Kofi Weaston and Dre from Your Sports for joining
Yes,
the
facts.
boys last week while I was away.
Shout out to Main Event, you know, just because.
You gonna talk to the
you
damn
know,
mic.
Shout out to my son Main Event over here.
Shout outs to the Battle Club Pro Tag Team
to
Champions.
the tag team champions.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to some Midas and Beast. That's not his name.
It's not his
Lion.
name, Jay Lion.
My son Lion B.
Put
Yo,
some respect on his
son,
name.
like he came from a mystical world, B. I don't know where he came from, B. Dang, I wonder where Midas found him.
He's on level 100
Mhm.
according to your
He is.
shirt.
He is. He's level 100 Pokemon. My son Lion. Yo, shout out to those guys, man. Really great guys. We'll get you on the show real quick. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, we're
You know,
gonna
shout out
figure
to-
that
Oh,
out.
shout out to Prolific.
Prolific
Prolific.
debuting out in Florida last weekend.
Prolific, man. My boys is doing okay, man. Isaiah, Marcus Marquis, Tyree. Shout out to my son, the Jurassic Juggernaut,
We just
Vince
gonna
Steele,
shout out to
champions.
Vince real quick.
The belt. Shout out to Zuka King. Shout out to Jobbertears South, man. All more guys out there.
Cannot
beer.
wait till
Oh, shout out to like
WrestleCade
Savannah
weekend.
Evans out here winning that trophy of beer.
Oh, this past weekend at Fest. Yeah, they have Fest down in Florida, and Grit was there. So shout out to Tommy, Boss, and Montana, and Savannah was also there as
The whole
well.
Jobbertears South. See you guys in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, super excited about that. Speaking about upcoming stuff coming up,
Oh, shout out to the number one wrestler in the world, Big Time Yaya.
special. No, I was supposed to say special shout out, but Mr. Black does all the shout outs, so why even need to do it? But this coming next weekend.
Shout out to Some Talk and
Oh.
the Spice Rack.
Actually,
you know, with 2 brand new episodes out right now on the Jobbertears
yes,
Network.
#25 and
You know,
26 is out right
I know
now.
you guys are happy because you know the Spice Rack crew, y'all fans are loving it, B. You know, a couple of my homegirls
really?
love y'all show too, B.
Really? That's good to
Listen,
know.
I don't advertise everything I do. Trust me.
Well, you take the first 5 minutes of the show to tell us. All right. But also ending out the shout out portion of the beginning of the episode. Shout outs to Andre and Lynn of Run Them Digits podcast celebrating their 1-year anniversary on their
What up, man? I'm
podcast.
on the show, B. Yeah, everyone else on the network but me, dogs.
I never been on a show.
Well, so they
Oh,
kind
damn.
of just focus on the couple stuff, but because they're a couple. But shout out to their 1-year anniversary. We had our 1-year re-up episode that was just dropped a few days ago, so make
Why
sure
not
to
on-
listen to that.
Why not on StreamYard?
You have to ask them. They record on Anchor.
No, my brother.
Oh, oh, okay. But yeah, shout outs to once again Andre and Lynn of Run Them Digits. We appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for supporting all the way out in Louisville, Kentucky. So thank you guys for that. While we figure out the live, we are still live and recording.
Mhm.
What have you been up to this week? I've missed you guys. I felt like I haven't seen you guys in like 2 weeks, which is the truth. But what's been going on with you? Any new shows you watching?
The
any new movies coming out that you may want to go see?
Oh, I want to see the Eternals.
You said what?
I want to see the Eternals.
Oh, I think that's what Montana was talking about.
I want to see the Eternals. I want to see Venom 2. I have to see Yo.
Why are you yelling? We all here.
This weekend coming out on 11th. My fans, Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy remake. So I'm going to be on that.
That's next weekend.
Yeah. So if anybody have online features, let me know. I might be on a P4 or the Switch. So whoever, let me know which system I should get. Put it down in the comments below, because I'm still debating, guys.
Yeah, the Switch. I probably would go for that. I really do low-key want it, but I only want to play Uno in it. So I told Mikey, I was like, well, just add that to the Christmas list.
I know, like,
so I just
because I like because if I get on the Switch, it forces me to play it. If I get on a PlayStation, I probably would never play it.
Oh, so then you answered your own question.
Yeah, I gotta get a bigger memory card. But I'm gonna get it though.
What else has been going on? Yeah, what are some things you guys talked about last week? What's a nice little recap?
We pitched a new show, a new group called the Bitties, led by Swole.
The Bitties.
Yes, you know.
You want to explain that?
It's called the Bitties.
Yeah. Okay, I got that part.
It's an all-black female group.
Okay.
Led by
like SWV.
Led by the manager.
That's why you laughing.
The manager is
Yo, what's the Bitties about?
Kingston.
Did you start?
No, that's what I'm asking y'all.
There's a whole clip out too.
I asked him. I said, well, let's recap real quick what you guys talked about last week. And he was like, we started a new group called the Bitties. I was like, what?
So it's Jade.
The Bitties. What are you talking about?
Jade. Who was it? It was Jade. We had Red Velvet. The leader of the group was Swole.
Okay.
So the group was called the Bitties.
The Bitties.
I thought it was a great name for a group.
Okay, but what's the premise of the group?
Just the strong black women. And they come down, they come through the crowd like the Shield.
No.
Even Swole laughs.
That comes
Swole
down.
laughs.
She did?
She's
No
like,
way.
I'm motherfucking crazy.
So that means that.
That means she got it in her
thought
head.
about it.
She got it in her head. Come on, but think about it. What if you really had a group called the Bitties?
The Bitties be Bitties. The
So-
goddamn Bitties. The goddamn Bitties.
Yeah, it starts
so-
off like that. So it goes like Bitties.
Is it like Warriors?
Yes.
No, but it has to.
But does Bitties stand for something?
No.
Or it's just
It just-
Like the same guys that who made Daniel Bryan song, they're gonna make the Bitties beat.
They're gonna go Bitties. It starts off slow. Bitties.
Get a beat drop.
Bitties. Bitties.
I don't think it's just Yale.
Bitties. 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 Bitties.
The piss off
Bitties.
people, man. The piss off people. You get men twerking just to piss off people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are y'all twerking?
No, we're not wrestling.
No. So that
Sonny Kiss can be twerking.
That defeats the purpose.
No. Sonny Kiss is their manager.
Ooh, that's even better.
So then
He gotta be twerking though.
So then
He has to.
No, he's not twerking. He could if he wants to, but I prefer not to. I don't think there's no need for him twerking. He just comes out with them. He's like their manager. So then,
Do they have jerseys?
no, they don't have. They have. So then, wait. You guys gotta see the bigger picture. So either
I'm trying to see the small picture.
when they come out, they have dudes in gray sweatpants.
Oof.
I'm all for the gray sweat.
Also, gray sweatpants, baby oil all over their body.
You be one of them then, right?
No, that's not my image. That's not what
That's
Wilkins,
not your image?
That's not what Wilkins does. I just work out and play games. You just laugh like a loser.
How you? You rude. It can be like that.
And he laughing bad hard. Like Michael Jackson. And you laugh, you still laughing. He's still laughing.
You are giggled.
I hate you, nigga. But
Why we running away for certain stuff like that, B?
I don't like that.
Yo, son,
like it.
nigga have perfect opportunities to eat stuff. You have to understand. You're a typical
If somebody
porno guy,
paid,
man.
if somebody
Think about
paid for
it.
you to twerk,
Think
would you
about it,
twerk?
man.
Why you just call me a porno
He
guy?
definitely just called you a porno
You got the
guy.
bald head, got the goatee.
He
man,
just said
and your
next year
personal
at
trainer.
Exotica. He said next year at Exotica you gotta have a booth.
And you're funny. You too. And you're
Actually,
bald headed.
how much
And
would
you're
a
socially
booth be
awkward.
though?
Huh?
How much would a booth there be?
I don't think it's that much because when we went to Exotica, we saw some porn stars. I was like, I know you ain't making that much money. There was a few that was like, you up. So, speaking of Exotica, shout out to Dwayne, the 2.5 Bros, Lawrence, and Rolando. So we went there.
I heard stories.
Listen, I've never seen Rolando so happy in his life.
I told y'all.
I
told y'all niggas.
I ain't gonna lie, there was like one person I was like really excited to see. That was Carmella Clutch. She followed me on Instagram. I ain't gonna hold you. And then also the legend Monet Devon followed me on Instagram. I was like, ooh.
But what are you gonna do with those follows?
No matter.
Nothing.
Oh, you talking about everyone else, right? What do you do with the followers, right?
What you gonna do with them followers?
Well, we got interviews. We interviewed all of them. It was really fun.
Oh, that's
but I've
good.
never seen.
Oh man.
Like, I've never seen a man so happy.
Like genuine, like
it was like genuine joy in his eyes. Like he left there fulfilled. Like he could like
my nigga left accomplished.
God forbid he could have died that night and he would have died. Like
How did he look?
Son, looked like a kid in a candy store, bro. It was just.
Was it like every turn y'all guys took? He was like this, like.
Yeah, it wasn't like that, but it's like you know when a kid gets that toy for Christmas.
Yeah.
That he waiting all year. He wrote to Santa, and like he finally gets it.
Wrote to Santa,
and there was this joy, and the thing, it was so joyful that it made me happy.
Oh no, yeah.
You have to understand, Ronaldo been through a lot, man.
Yeah, he's been through, especially the past up, his mom passing away and everything like that, and then other things that we know about. So it's like it was good to see him happy, but it was like, and then like, so there was. So there was certain porn stars that you take a picture of them, you could grab their ass, you get a lap dance, and then so he took a picture with one and she was grabbing her ass. It was like, I was the most swag I've ever seen a man have in his life when taking this picture. Cause Rolato's like so awkward sometimes, like, but it was.
Was it like this, like?
Nah, it was just like. It was like he was LL. He was LL. He was LL. He was out. So everybody that's listening, I went to Exotica like 2 weeks ago.
So yeah, Exotica is
it's a porn convention.
This the one.
See what I'm saying?
Can't take him nowhere.
So it was
because he visually sees that. So
yes,
it's funny.
Yes, but the thing is, it's like we went and I was one of my coworkers like, yo, I saw you. Like mad of my coworkers saw my like story. They're like, yo, where were you the other day? He's like, and one of the guys brought me to the side. He pulls me to the side. He goes, yo, I saw a picture with you with Santana Red. And I saw she reposted you. So then I saw you, and I was like, yo, I know this dude from somewhere. Oh, he did it? Yeah, because he pulled me, and he whispered in my ear. Because he didn't want to be loud.
He didn't want to be loud.
He didn't want to be loud at work.
So, like, let me tell you about my favorite porno star.
He was just like, yo, did you go to Exotica last week? I was like, yeah. And I'm loud. You know, I was like, yeah, I went to Exotica last week. Mad loud, because I didn't care.
So
like,
you didn't understand the assignment.
And then he was like, yeah, because I saw you. Them, she reposted you.
You know the crazy thing about it? The guy keeps whispering. My brother talking loud. Yeah, I know. That's what makes it funnier. I'm the same way too.
Yeah.
So he was just like, so he's talking to me. He's like, yeah, I saw she reposted you, and I saw you in the picture, and I was like, yo, I know him from somewhere. Like, where do I know him from? Because we don't see each other all the time.
Yeah.
Because he works in the cafe of my job. Mm-hmm. So he's like, I'll see him on the fly. And he was like, yeah, I saw you. And I was like, I got to ask him about this when I see him. I was like, yeah, Santana mad cool. She a cool chick. And he was like, why?
My man was envy. He was upset that you met her and know her and he don't.
But it was just like, it was cool. It was cool. But it was just, the assignment was Rolando.
The thing about it is, a lot of these porn stars are cool.
No, they're really just regular people. They just have sex for a living.
Yeah. Like, yo, they mad regular. They'll cook for you, make sure you good though.
Monet Devon was really nice. The legend. She was really nice. She was flirting with Lawrence the entire time. And I was just like, okay.
The thing about it is just like, if you treat them like the homie, they suck your dick.
I'm sorry.
That doesn't usually happen. You got not all the time. Like, I don't think Santana Red wants to suck my dick. She's just super nice. Like, she's legit nice. But we can move on to like wrestling and stuff.
Yeah, because this is a lane that's not my lane. But all right. But I was trying to ask y'all, which I talked about wrestling wise last week, so we didn't cover it again. And then you talked about the Bitties, and I was just like, what?
I don't know right now.
But no. We can start off talking about the millions and millions and millions of dollars in debt that Sinclair Broadcasting apparently is in, which
Isn't it $12 billion or something?
12 billion, yeah.
It's an astronomical amount of debt that they got from the past like 3 quarters. Like it's ridiculous, which essentially explains why ROH made the move that they did. So if anybody's been living in a rock and has not heard about the troubles of ROH will honor everyone's contract up until they are contracted through the end of the year. They'll honor that, but they've basically let everybody go. And they're going to take a hiatus after Final Battle, which is next month. And then anyone that's still under contract past December 2021, they're going to honor their contract up until March of 2022. But ROH does anticipate returning brand new with adjustments in time for Supercard, which is typically WrestleMania weekend, that they host their Supercard event, which is crazy because that was last week. And then, immediately, once again, shout out to Shane Taylor and Shane Taylor Promotions. I immediately hit him up and was like, are you good? Like, I got to make sure you good because, you a part of the family.
Like we said last week, he's going to be good.
But no, he said he was good. So that, because you just never know. Because you just never know what what the situation is. And, I think, especially after, Jobber Slam and, the sacrifices people made to be a part of that, definitely want to, upkeep that relationship.
The thing about it is, I'm not surprised that they owe that much money because the pandemic showed that a lot of company was on the bubble. Like, literally, a lot of company was literally paycheck to paycheck. A lot of people don't know that. So,
and I think what didn't help, too, was them running out of, if everyone doesn't know, Sinclair Broadcasting's headquarters is in Baltimore, Maryland, which is essentially why ROH, I believe the dojo's in Maryland too, but their home base is Baltimore, Maryland. And during the pandemic times, their athletic commission, if y'all thought New York State Commission was rough, Maryland State Commission is rough. So they couldn't run shows how like other promotions were able to, like WWE and AEW were able to run. ROH was unfortunately not able to run until things kind of got a lot more safer and things like that.
It's literally mass.
And then what they
vaccine that out there.
And what they were doing is that they would do the TV tapings that they would put on either on YouTube or on ROH Honor Club. They would record week's worth of content like a week. So they would quarantine people for like a week or like a week and a half and then record, and then people would be able to go home. So they were still giving content. It just wasn't profitable content.
They also weren't paying people.
Ooh. Yeah, that's another thing too.
They'll have like a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years from what I'm hearing. From what I'm hearing, they were having a hard time
like
paying people. They
yeah.
weren't paying people. It was. This is very reminiscent of ECW.
It's crazy that everybody got on WWE, right?
For releasing people.
Yeah. Ring of Honor.
They just released somebody today.
Well, they were doing, there was rumors about
who's in charge of
small cuts that were being made. This
Creative. He's been with the company for 15 years. His name is, drumroll please. It is.
But as Sir Wilkins looks up,
Senior Vice President of Creative Services Stansky has been released from his contract after 15 years with the company.
Oof.
The reporter noted that many within WWE were shocked to see Stansky leave, and that it may not be the last release we learn about in the coming hours.
Yeah.
According to a WWE source, Stansky's exit is the ultimate proof no one is safe, and this is another reminder this isn't a company it was a year ago.
Yeah, because you know what? I honestly, the pandemic just put things in different perspectives and in
Maybe they're
different
shifting
budgets.
to a different direction.
So speaking about shifting into different direction, it goes right into my question to the table. With ROH's hiatus on the horizon, and there are talks about, you know, when they do come back, they actually want to run more on the lines of an independent company where it's more of a higher paid type of situation where no one would be under contract per se, but they would just pay
per show
or per, you know,
per appearance, whatever.
Correct. So do you think that is the road to success for ROH, or where do you see ROH in the next year? Because also keep in mind, it's not weird, but it kind of is weird. They've been aligning themselves, not weird in a weird way, but they've been aligning themselves with GCW. So once again, if those that do not know, the Briscoes are the GCW Tag Team Champions as of right now. And they have a show coming up where they are defending the GCW Tag Team titles against Effie and AJ Gray in Florida.
AJ Gray, top 5 unsigned.
In a few weeks. So
no hype.
Thoughts
all hype
on is the pay per appearance the route to go, or should ROH just call it quits?
How about worrying about getting yourself out of debt? How about that?
It's not ROH.
So ROH
it's
per se. It's the company that they. It's like, imagine like if TNT was in debt and
so
AEW.
do Sinclair's own Ring of Honor?
No.
All right.
But they are Sinclair is basically the USA and Fox for WWE.
Okay. But all right. Cool. How they gonna broadcast this stuff?
Exactly.
So either way, they need to broadcast that. Worry about that. All right. Worry about who's gonna broadcast your stuff. Next start. After that, everything else will fall into place. Because you can always get wrestlers. You always get people to come because you have a very recognizable name. And wrestling to me it's kind of like when Impact was going out of business. You cannot let certain companies die. It's just like the auto industry. You cannot let certain companies die. Like even the music industry, you can't let certain companies die.
But who's gonna save them?
Listen, anybody.
The
People are acting like that. There's mad multi-billionaires who's looking to get into something who are wrestling fans. You may not hear about them because you have to be in that world. Nobody heard of Tony Khan until recent years. So somebody gonna come and save it.
No, but the thing, so this is my thing. Yes, there's billionaires and millionaires who have the money to do it, but do they see it as a safe investment? Because you mentioned Tony Khan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tony Khan loves wrestling.
Mm-hmm. That's
one. Number two, low-key's not his money. You act different when it's your money being used.
Oh, correct. I understand
that. That's just my thing. I think ROH, to answer your question, are they going to go into a direction of like an independent field type of field? They have no choice.
Mm-hmm.
Because at this point, if they want to keep that brand alive, they have to go in that direction. They lost their TV deal. So anybody that's listening, Sinclair was ROH's TV deal. Yeah. When you have a TV deal, that is guaranteed money every year that comes in. Because they're paying to basically, it kind of paying to put your show to be exclusive to their station only. Like if this podcast were to get signed to, let's say, Spotify, they would pay us to be on their network.
But that's your question. Where was what channel is Sinclair broadcast? And what channel is that? You see?
But we all know Sinclair is who dropped the ball. There's multiple reasons why.
Right.
Sinclair dropped the ball when it came to really showcasing the company. That's one. Number two, the pandemic happened. Number three, we spoke about this last week on the podcast. ROH didn't have no direction post Cody and the Bucks.
Mm.
So that was another thing.
And this goes back to let's be honest. Wrestling don't sell out the way it used to be, B. And the reason why that wrestling sell the way it did back in the day because it's a mixture of wrestling and entertainment.
And you also got to understand is, and I was talking to a client about this, we are drowning in content.
Yep.
Literally, how many streaming services you have?
I don't want to admit that.
Yeah. How many do you have? You have a lot. We have a lot. Even if you have more than 3, that's a lot.
Shit. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and then you have stuff on Hulu that's exclusive. You have this that's exclusive. You have this that's
Because
exclusive.
you got stuff that's originally. Like I
Yeah.
was telling y'all about the shows. Listen, if you're looking for a new show on HBO Max, Southside is it.
Yeah.
But you have shows that are like that particular original thing.
And then the reason why I go to wrestling is like, wrestling was like was one of the main things that was entertainment at the time. How many channels you had on a public station? Cable wasn't cheap back in the day.
Nah, but that I tell people something. That's how I watched ECW.
Yeah.
It was on public access TV.
Yeah, it was.
Do they still have public access TV?
Huh?
Is that still around?
I have no idea. I have Sling.
So-
So like your question when you said, "Oh, what channel ROH comes on?" Actually, there's shows that come on Access at different times.
Access is on every cable.
But it's the same like with Impact. That's the same channel Impact comes on for me.
So,
I'm
And
just
that's
saying
the
for
thing,
me.
though, Access not the thing about it is, all right. People may talk trash or they say about Spike TV. Spike TV was on every cable. When I mean by every cable, like we are from New York, so back in the day it was Optimum, Time Warner, DirecTV, whatever. Spike was on all of them.
Yeah,
Sinclair broadcast, you know.
but Sinclair was also going through other financial issues.
See?
It wasn't just ROH. From what I read, they had some Russian mob shit they were dealing with.
Sinclair was?
Yeah,
I'm not surprised though.
it's right.
But so as of right now, and there were rumors talking about, I mean, even though there was one of the head guys at ROH had kind of debunked it, but not really, that they may be in, because at the beginning of the pandemic, there was a conversation of ROH selling their library. And I think now that, not the shit hits the fan, but shit don't hit the fan with them. I think that's another conversation starter.
They got
for
hacked.
them.
Their computers got hacked. It's another situation. They had a
Oh.
cyber incident. It's a lot. They're going through a lot.
ROH is low key like grassroots though, so I'm not like too surprised on like shit like that happening, because everything is more in house than anything.
Yeah. So what are you saying about the CEO?
No, so they were saying that at the beginning of the pandemic, when everybody was like kind of like strapping for cash or trying to figure out, you know, how to move on, there were rumors at the beginning of the pandemic that they were trying to sell their library, and that WWE was, I think, interested or whatever. And then it kind of like disappeared. No one talked about it.
So basically, WWE.
And then now that they're in this financial situation, there were rumbles of that happening again. But then one of the head guys for ROH had said that no, we're not looking to sell the library as of yet. But I mean, it's something to think about.
Yeah, because only person like WWE, you have to understand. You know why that library is so valuable to AEW? All Out is on there. So WWE buys it, they have rights to All Out.
Well, just that one, that first one.
So this is why AEW wants it. It makes sense for AEW to get it, but Vince have deeper pockets.
No, Tony has.
Oh, my bad. So Tony,
just
I mean,
Tony
I
has
just don't. But I don't.
Tony just has to buy it.
but the thing about it is, it all depends on who has a better relationship with that person.
But the thing, like, you
buy it,
also
though.
got to understand, because Tony Savanti said this. He was just like, one day our AEW will have their own streaming service.
yeah.
You get ROH's library, a large portion of your
roster is on there.
is on there.
Yeah.
So I already got a library for my streaming service.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For WWE, it adds more original content. So that's just what it is.
It does make sense because WWE did the same thing.
Yeah, and a lot of
Well,
NXT
yeah,
guys are from
because of-
ROH.
yeah.
A lot of WWE guys are from ROH.
They did the
Like,
same thing like Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
When they had purchased the library for like Progress and all
Yeah.
that.
yeah, and it makes sense on both their parts. But Tony would even make more sense because now you have a base for a streaming service. Because they don't have enough content over the years to
They
really.
have a bunch of dark episodes and stuff like
Dark
that.
episodes will do good.
Lord,
Y'all heard about Waves and Curls?
Who?
Waves and Curls.
the fuck is that?
It's a tag team called Waves and Curls. Actually,
You know what that sounds like? You ever seen Brown Sugar?
yeah.
And
Who's
what was
playing
it?
that music?
What music?
No music.
I was outside.
The hell? Remember Brown Sugar, the group? What was it called? It was the black and the white dude, and they were called like Sun Dalmatians.
Yeah.
That's what that sounded like.
But there's a group called Waves and Curls. They were on Dark. And I watched their match.
Oh, shout out to Culture Inc. was on.
Yeah.
Dark the other day,
It
too,
was,
I
it was
saw.
actually pretty good. They fought FTR.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
Ooh,
like
I have a
that
question
was like
about
30
that.
minutes or something like that, right?
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah, that was a good match. Yeah, I actually did saw that match. Yeah.
Waves and curls.
I didn't see anything.
It was a good match.
I think
Waves and curls. Do they rap or do they? What
Nah,
do they have?
there's
Wait, does one have waves and the other one has curls?
not really. It's got
Ah,
waves.
then not. Then what the fuck are we naming
you
that
saw
for?
the new tag
That's
team?
trash.
Tu Fuego.
What?
Oh, with
Kalisto?
Kalisto.
No.
Oh.
Fuego have a new tag team partner with a mask. Like he has similar dream tattoo like Cody. Like he's some new dude, B. You never heard of him?
No.
Yeah. His name
I
is,
thought you was talking about Kalisto because he was on.
Tu Fuego to something. Yeah, the tag team.
Tu
They
Fuego.
So are
and
we
beyond.
gonna give Cody the pass? Cody Luther X?
Why?
Because he fighting Andrade. He's trying to save the world. If he beats Andrade, he ends racism.
You're annoying.
So he's basically fighting the Mexican cartel then.
I didn't say that.
Yeah.
So he's fighting the Mexican cartel with an American flag behind him. Typical American. After you pay the Mexican cartel to smuggle drugs inside though, right? Let's not talk about that.
Oh, that's what the government did. We don't talk
They
about
made
that.
a whole movie about it and the numerous series. It's funny though that they sell us the poison. Now they're selling us back to it through contact. The government's so freaking funny. Anyways.
But yeah, so we giving Cody the pass.
Why?
Because he's Luther X.
You're annoying.
He's trying to save the world against Andrade.
I don't think Cody's really racist though. I think Cody is
His
just
sister's racist.
Yeah.
I think Cody is just too much in his
Yeah.
bubble sometimes.
I really hope that they get another season.
I think it's
I was
good.
upset that shit ended.
Yeah.
6 episodes. I was like, what the
I
fuck?
think no.
Y'all niggas owe me 4 more episodes.
Yeah, I think it's good though. Like his
I think it
show
was a
is
pilot
good.
season. I
Huh?
think it needs. I don't think the ratings are doing that well, but I hope it does.
Yeah.
Or even put that shit. That
On
would
the
be some
streaming
shit to put on a
service.
streaming. So yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Listen,
totally pay for
all
that.
these blogs are going to streaming service.
Oh, he's what?
Blogs.
Like what?
Sammy's blog, the Dark Order blog. I forgot another who has
Oh, you're talking about their
the video vlogs.
Yeah.
Oh, vlogs.
Vlogs.
Yeah. You'd be surprised. NXT has their own it's called NXT PC. They have their own YouTube channel.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, they have that. They have like mad blog. You'd be Shayna Blazer has her own blog too.
Of course.
Well, a lot of them have. I'm not surprised because like Shayna, all of them, they typically be on up, down, down, and they be playing games and stuff like that. So like stuff like that, I'm not
I don't
surprised
see Oscar post a blog
that
either.
they do.
Oscar just talk on a blog and just do Japanese stuff.
I mean, to some people like that. To
No.
others.
I like it because like it gives me insight on like different Japanese candies because I have a infatuation with the Japanese culture. Like I low key think that I probably was a samurai in my life. No, I wasn't. Never was a samurai. But I like the whole like how they embrace technology over there.
Okay.
I want to go there, Japan.
All right.
Yeah.
Gonna put that on the speak that into existence.
It's gonna happen.
Let's move. Speaking about AEW, let's talk about the former ruler of the WCW nation. Eric Bischoff has been teeing off on his comments on Punk's return, where AEW lies now. And like we said off camera, there were some valid points, but then also to Mr. Black's point, Bischoff has had his hands in other promotions that did not go so well. So, what are your thoughts though on Eric Bischoff's comments on AEW as a current product and more or less how they've presented CM Punk?
He's right.
But why? Let's talk about it. While I look up some quotes.
He's
That-
right as hell because Punk hasn't done anything.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah.
Punk just get into matches and go home.
Yeah.
And then he talks.
Yeah.
Great inspirational speech about
Moxley.
Moxley. Yeah.
Well, I say this way: if the crowd loves it, why not?
But it's
But it's like having it's like having sweets, and it's like you can have like think of it. What's your favorite candy?
Oh man, Snickers.
Okay, so imagine Halloween just passed. So imagine having 12 Snicker bars.
That's too much. I'm gonna have two.
Okay,
I'm gonna have two.
okay,
Maybe
but
three if I'm
but
hungry.
imagine 12 Snicker bars,
I'll never do
and
this again.
that's exactly right. So where Eric's point of view is that he's had 12 Snicker bars of CM Punk, and now he's just like, what are we doing? Like, what's going on?
We
here?
said the same thing, and
Right.
everybody said that you just got to give it. You just got to have patience. Like I see it this way. He's right on that one. Everybody is saying the same exact thing, but
Mhm.
I give it up to Phil. I'll give it up to Full Gear. All right. Full Gear is the official like
Hashtag BL Legends. Hashtag
like
next weekend.
Full Gear. Let's see what happens after Full Gear. I'm gonna give it a month after, cause Full Gear to me is like the hard reset. Like what's named the WrestleMania? You understand? That's like this is what we're running with for the next year. Let me see.
You think Full Gear is that?
Yeah. Because think about it. Like I think Full Gear.
I think they're Double or Nothing is that.
Yeah, but I feel like Full Gear is
only because Full Gear is what, November, so they'll be what, in St. Louis? No, no, it's in Minnesota. But think of it, they have Full Gear next weekend, but then their next pay-per-view isn't until February.
Yeah, it sets them up. Like that's the one like saying that like I feel like Full Gear is that. So to me, I give it Full Gear.
Y'all hear this first.
Then
I'm break this
a month
down,
later, I'm gonna not say nothing. A whole month. Cause I gotta give it a chance. Then I'm gonna full synoptics after that. Yes, as of right now, it doesn't look too good. He's been overly exposed too much.
It's not even he's overexposed. It's like
it's nothing meaningful for me.
It's. I know some people's like, oh, well, it doesn't really matter if you're only the storylines that set anything up. Like, literally, he comes in.
He sits Indian style for Dynamite and then wrestles on Rampage.
The thing about it is,
literally every week.
I don't mind him. I just feel like he used to have long-term story.
Yeah, he hasn't had anything.
And I feel the best person to do it with is Eddie Kingston.
And honestly, they're gonna rush that.
You don't know.
They're setting it up.
If they're having a face-to-face on, I think, Rampage Friday, so tomorrow, in live terms, to have the face-to-face, and let's say hypothetically, then that turns into the match for Full Gear. Then after that, then what?
Listen, I don't know because I'm not in the writing room. That's it.
There's no
not gonna. Huh? What?
There's no writing room there.
Listen, I don't know that.
It's just Tony Khan.
I don't know that. Again,
I'm telling you.
The meeting is Tony Khan, Eddie Kingston, and CM Punk. I'm not in that meeting. I don't know. Again, I don't like fancy booking something that I'm not in the room for. So I'm going to be a viewer and say, let's see what happens. Yes, I'm giving a month after because you don't know. You don't know because you still need something, like Janelle said, you still need something for the February pay-per-view. So why not drag that out? Again, I'm not running the company.
But the thing is, most of the matches are done for. Book for Full Gear. That's what I'm saying. And I know you're saying from after Full Gear till February, right? That's like December and January, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we can wait, but I'm talking about this particular time. It's like nothing. But the thing about that's overall what they do, and it's a lot of times and they do have like. What you have like Inner Circle versus
they pick and choose what storylines to drag, which is fine, but there are certain matches, and I'm actually glad because I couldn't say this last week because I wasn't here. There are certain matches that as a fan and as someone that watches wrestling as often as I do, deserve a storyline. There's no reason that as great as Eddie Kingston versus Daniel Bryan was last week, that wasn't a storyline. There's just no way.
But it was part of the Eliminator tournament.
But that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying certain matches that they have are great and phenomenal and amazing. And honestly speaking, it probably is one of Eddie Kingston's best matches, and it probably was one of Daniel Bryan's best matches to where he is right now in AEW. So what I'm saying
that was not Daniel Bryan's best match, dogs.
One. Actually, he's only wrestled twice, so I guess we'll leave that there.
We're not gonna argue. Anyway,
but no.
Suzuki Gun.
You wrestled 4 times.
2 times 2. Okay. But my
too much of a small sample size.
My point is, but that's why I said up to now.
Yeah.
So that was the disclaimer in that. But my point of it is that there are certain matches that deserves that like beginning, middle, and end because of how great it can actually be translated on TV. Like for me, if there was a storyline with Daniel Bryan and Eddie Kingston, you got a face and you got a heel. You got what you want.
Also, you have to understand.
And you could have built that up to them having the rivalry and then both of them being in the tournament and them then cultivating that.
It's a tournament. How many companies just have tournaments? It's still the sports element. If I'm in a boxing tournament, let's say I'm fighting Lion, right? I have no prior history. That's gonna be started our beef right there. Let's say he barely beat me. You can start a storyline from anywhere, Janelle. It don't have to be a storyline prior to that.
But Every company's actually guilty for this. WWE's guilty
Oh no,
for this.
yeah, I'm not saying.
Every company.
But I'm not.
So hold
but
on,
I'm not
so
saying.
hold
But
on.
my point was is that there are just certain matches that actually
And
do
they
happen
did have a storyline in that tournament.
that
Number
deserves.
10 versus Moxley.
But I'm not talking about that one because I'm talking about the match that actually popped and everybody was like, holy shit, this was really good. Something like that, for me as a fan, I would have preferred the storyline to it.
No.
Is all I'm saying.
But the thing is, to argue with that, in sports there is storylines. Because even if, let's say the playoffs come.
Yeah.
Hey, like, for my thing is, let's say the playoffs come, right?
Okay.
It's the Lakers versus the last place Hornets.
Yeah.
They'll make up a storyline to get you pumped for it.
Not always.
Most of the time they do, because the playoffs are about to start. What is going on? Like, there was no real vignettes for the whole tournament. There was nothing to really hype you up for it, and that's the only thing I feel that AEW's missing.
No, they do that. This
Not-
they do on YouTube. Like before each Dynamite, before
Lord.
each Rampage, before each pay-per-view, they have a highlight package.
Hold on.
I have to go to YouTube to get hype.
Hold on.
If you're a fan,
When
you follow the page.
does it happen?
Right before and 2 days before. I think either 2 days they broadcast it or right before the day.
But why
before
not
the
do it
event.
a week before?
What?
Why not do it a week before?
I don't know. Because every week.
But that's what I'm saying. Because I'm coming from a marketing perspective. Because if I see it a week out, I'm going, fuck, I can't wait for this match to happen. Because you're building up to something. You want this movie feel. Why do we still talk? And this is across the board. When WrestleMania 18 or 17 was happening between The Rock and Stone Cold.
Oh, 17. Me and Mikey just watched it.
17.
One of the best for 17.
But why is it the best? We don't even know what happened in the match.
Excuse me?
We don't even know what happened in the match. We always talk about
The fuck if My Way was not the theme song of fucking 17, that WrestleMania 17 would have been average.
Right, I understand.
No,
Period.
I'm just showing. And the thing is,
That is a fact.
I'm just saying of what the other matches, the smaller matches, that's fine. But you have grade A superstars on your roster.
Okay. So you feel like they should do more vignettes? then?
Exactly. More
Okay,
vignettes,
then
more
say that.
more build up. That's what I
He was
said.
getting to that.
That's what I said is that you said it's oh yeah, they do it 2 days before. A week before would be nice too. Like, even if you already know that it's Eddie versus Daniel Bryan, right?
Yeah.
You got 2 different sides of the coin.
Yeah.
Put a vignette together.
I just
Build
thought,
that up because he just cut a promo talking about how much he fucked up, how fucked up he is. Because when you think about both, I can put up. I'm not even that creative. I can put something together. You have DB or Bryan Danielson versus Eddie Kingston. You have a dude from the hood of Yonkers, from the East Coast, the West Coast. You have a kid from fucking Oregon or Seattle, whatever he's from.
Washington.
Washington. Completely different worlds. And they have to go up against each other for a tournament. And Eddie needs it more than him. Why can't you put a vignette together for that?
I just think
They
it being.
did.
I just
When?
think.
They did. Don't stop saying that. Why they put a vignette for that? And they already did. What I'm hearing from you
No,
is
when was it put on?
they put on two. I said it earlier.
But it's 2 days before.
I understand
But the thing
that.
about it, you already have it. It's already set. So the thing about it, just put it out even more. Play it
Didn't
more.
say that. Said stop saying that. Put out a vignette this after.
But I said it put out the week before. If you already have them set, if you already have it set, start putting it out more things. Because the thing about it, what this shit is missing, and across the board, and I've been saying this for so long, this is not episodic. That's the thing. On both sides of the coin, WWE and
Wrestling
AEW,
across the board.
it's not episodic. We don't want to go back because the tournament's done. But what you could have done there, and maybe I didn't see it when the match happened, is put an Easter egg there. Put an Easter egg in that match. So then the tournament still goes on. We know Bryan ain't gonna win, but something else can happen within that tournament.
Listen, The term is not over.
Oh, no, I'm just saying. I'm putting stuff out there
because
what I'm saying, I don't know what the future is. What I'm talking about is right now. As of right now, just in general, if Tony's listening to this shit, you have. It's like an all-star cast you have now. Okay. Everybody can perform. Mm-hmm. Some better than others on the mic. So let's get some episodic shit going. The only episodic thing that's kind of been going is Andrade. But that's been sloppy done.
I wouldn't even go that far.
No.
And then you have Adam.
Yes. Yeah. That's been very episodic, and people complain about that.
But they did drag it. No, but the thing about it,
I love it.
But the thing about they've dragged it, and they had to adjust because he was having this kid.
A kid, stuff like that,
and the pandemic.
Yeah, and like Adam, like he had to build up his strength.
But
personally, I like it because how long did it take? Like the thing about it is, and that's the problem with wrestling fans. Because when you try to give them a long-term storyline, they complain. This is too long, whatever. I've been telling you this forever. It's WWE doctoring throughout the whole wrestling business. Because WWE been so dominant for so long, they only used to hot microwave storylines. To me, when I watch a series, right, Insecure, right, Lawrence
pisses me off every week how that shit ends. But continue.
Lawrence, that is a long-term storyline, right? And the first episode, Issa cut it off. She said, I can't do this because you got to focus on your family, my nigga. Like, you over here having babies, focus on your family, my nigga. That was the end. We don't know what's going to happen. Then again, that's a long-term storyline. People don't want stuff on their wrestling. People complain about that. Personally, I like long-term booking. I love that. For example, one of the greatest long-term booking, right? Daniel Bryan versus my son, The Miz in 10. Long-term booking. When it happened, at the end of the day, The Miz was right. You had to become the evil guy. At the end of the day, long-term booking.
That's great.
And the thing about it is, we only like long-term booking when it comes to selective people.
Well, because only selective people would be able to handle the long-term booking.
Give them a run, B. Like number 10, and Moxley, long-term booking.
I fucking
Moxley destroyed them 2 times.
Not gonna hold you. I'm excited about John Silver versus Adam Cole.
Long-term booking. A lot of people don't like it. People hate it. But
you're gonna like what you like. But at the end of the day, when you do long-term booking, it has to be with the right individuals.
But that's what I'm saying.
You can't always put, like, for instance, for the thing when you guys just bought up WrestleMania 17. Fucking Rock and Austin was fucking feuding for almost 3 years. Like, they skipped over in 18 because it was Hogan and it was Hogan and Rock, but then they came back for the remix at 19. But the thing is though, not everybody is built for that. Not everybody can accomplish those things.
According to who?
But the thing,
according to how it plays out.
But the thing is, what I'm talking about,
you gotta always factor in chemistry. You always gotta factor in how the crowd reacts. You have to factor in who's heel, who's face. You have to factor. There's so many different things you factor into a long-term story booking that for some people it might smoke out. It may not work out too long.
But it's also, you also got to understand, and this is something that they have to, and this is what.
So why do people complain when WWE brings in people from Hollywood to do that?
That's just. I'm not talking about that, but the biggest thing is that when you're building, stop only putting it one place. Because if you're gonna expand as a company, it needs to be everywhere.
Honestly, they have the freedom. Honestly, don't John Silver play video games? Oh, they do. Yo, honestly, if I was them, like my brother said, put it everywhere, you know?
But it needs to be, because the thing is, they are stuck feeding their core fan base.
That's the problem. They haven't evolved.
Because they are stuck feeding that, which is fine.
Even
give them food, but give the casual viewer food too.
And you know what? And what they don't really do, which it sucks, because you'll sit here and you'll be like, oh, they do stuff on YouTube, but they never mention it on live TV. And
I've been saying that.
If John, so like for instance, if Sammy Guevara would have had a interview or a promo backstage or in front of the crowd, and he mentioned his vlog or mentioned something, then I'll be like, oh, if I'm watching Dynamite, oh, okay, you know what? Let me go and see what he's talking about. Because you know what? Because Xavier Woods would always cheap plug up, down, down. Every chance he got in the beginning when they were starting to build up, down, down. Every chance they got, even with New Day. He would always say, oh, you can find this exclusively on Up, Down, Down, and then wink or do something. So, like, for them, they need to relook at, if you're going to put content or put certain things on YouTube, which is fine, at least cheap plug it on on Rampage, on Dynamite, where you have the million or under a million people watching.
What WWE should do back in the day, though, use that time, instead of putting CM Punk all the time, use that time, get it off of YouTube, and put it right there.
Yeah, but it's
That's a good way. That's a good way to show.
I do like that WWE does that because they do that a lot. Well,
they do that
on
back in the
NXT,
day.
no, but they still kind of do that more on NXT side because it'll be like a WWE exclusive. So like when Hit Row and I almost said Andrade, and that's not who I meant. Almost said Santos Escobar. When they cruise were beefing and they had stuff going on, they had showed it on regular TV like, oh, this happened earlier. It was exclusive on WWE.com. So stuff like that is the road.
But use your Twitter too. They need to use their Twitter. They need to use everything to post everything.
So why don't? I mean, at this point, they just need to
evolve.
The thing about it is, when it comes to the social media, it's still kind of wrestlings have not mastered it. I realize wrestling company has to master it. I don't understand why. I don't understand how they would have not.
Well, because it's like a niche within a niche, so it's
exactly.
a little harder.
No, they have mastered it.
But honestly speaking, I think when we always talk about their core audience, their core audience doesn't use social media like that.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
I don't believe that.
Their core audience uses some shit out of social media.
What?
Their core audience uses these shit out of.
You know how much view that BTE gets? What?
First of all, BTE gets mad shit.
What I mean is viewing is one thing. What I mean is like going like on Twitter.
Yes.
And stuff like that.
I'm telling you.
Yes,
I'm telling you because I get if you say anything wrong about AEW, that shit catches fire, you will get burned to the ground.
Yes. Why you think the whole ICW community is so big? Look at the Jobbertears network page on Facebook. How people say some foolishness like that complain?
Yeah, but the thing about it's the internet. Their core audience is internet nerds.
Literally, the internet is on people's palm in their
I would
hand.
go nerds, but I don't know.
It's there. It's there. Like
I just okay.
Say what you have to say.
No, I mean I just think that I've said it before. I just think that their core audience of what they consider that is just not me. So
yeah, and it's not you, and you're right. It isn't you.
So that's why for me it's difficult because I'm gonna be honest, and I don't even do it with WWE. I'm not going on YouTube to go and find BTE all that shit. I don't have time for that. I'm not doing that, and that's fine. But what I'm saying is that when you're looking for places to evolve in, you gotta find places to get other fans.
But they're not looking for a black woman from fucking Harlem, Bronx. So that's the problem, because that's not their core audience. So let's just keep it a buck.
Companies really looking for us?
Because you know what? Hold on. Let's pull it back. Because you know what? Because they are. They just did. And the thing about it, because I know what's going on, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Hold on. Wait. Let's just say this.
Greedy with information.
Hold on. AEW is not looking for you. They're not looking for you. They don't need you right now. Because their core audience is feeding that. WWE has actually came to a point where they're like, you know what? Black folks like wrestling.
And the thing about it is, this is honestly,
and it's been going for 5 because I knew it was getting wild when literally 5 black influencers who do hood videos are promoting Survivor Series.
I guess we doing something wrong.
5. No, I'm talking about they got like between them it's like 3 million followers. I'm talking about fucking niggas that talk about random shit. There's literally an outreach right now going on to black influencers.
And this is why they have to shift the company the way they do. This is why people are getting fired.
Because and I'm 100% agreeing with you because listen, that old guard
is dead.
Has to be gone.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, yo, $15, yeah, 15 years he's been there. 15 years you've been there, that means you still think a lot of times like the first year you walked in there.
15 years ago.
Charlamagne said this the best. This is why MTV still show music videos. They should have no business. Honestly, if MTV was smart, bring back wrestling. Because wrestling in them was just like this. Bring it back.
No, it's not even it's original content. Because nobody in there has a fresh mind to think about what the new stuff that's going on.
They don't keep people around.
That is the problem. And the thing is, we're talking about firings. Wrestlers, that's different.
Yeah.
Executives,
they get paid. Stupid.
some executives still think like still not moving to the future. And that's the reason why. And now to go back to AEW, I fucking love AEW. I enjoy the shit. Yeah. But at the end of the day, to answer your question, they ain't looking for you. They ain't looking for me, and they ain't looking for my brother. They ain't looking for nobody like me. That's why they haven't put anything in place for a woman that looks like you to watch.
Shout out to you, Faye.
But so that's the problem. So you answered your question when you went.
No, I know. I was just getting frustrated because I was just like, listen,
you know.
Y'all niggas are sitting here like, oh my god, but I'm sitting here like,
but you're not their core audience because we've been to their shows. What does their core audience look like?
Smelly white people.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That is their core audience.
Niggas that who dwell in. How the hell? What did it smell like? Shout out to Queen of the Ring.
She said that. It smelled like barbecue food mixed with doo-doo and a dirty, like, I forgot what it was, but it was like a combination of like 3 things, and it just smelled like she said that she threw up in her mouth type of shit. Yo, because it smelled so bad.
Shout out to people who came to.
I'm so fortunate that was her experience.
Shout out to everybody who came to Jobber Slam who didn't stink. I swear, y'all the best crowd ever. Not one of y'all stinked. Not one of y'all. And niggas who coming to Hog next Friday, I better not smell y'all niggas. Because I'll blow y'all niggas up. Y'all was in the pandemic for a whole damn year. Y'all didn't get no kind of bathing routine? What was you doing? What was you doing?
If they was
Come
home.
on.
If they was just home.
You know what? I'm sorry to go off and rant about this. You know what pisses me off about a lot of these wrestling fans? They go online and complain about no girls like them. My nigga, I wouldn't like you too if I was a female, my nigga. You are dirty, you look dusty, my nigga, and you get paid. Some of them have great jobs. My nigga, they pay you well enough money. Babe.
No, hold on. Money ain't got nothing to do with it. Money ain't got nothing to do with it. Unless you homeless, if you got running water at your crib.
Dollar Tree, B.
Irish Spring Sport costs $1.
No, not even Irish Spring. That's for the homeless. Get Yardley soap, B. Get my soap, B.
But Irish Spring Sport, Yardley, whatever the shit is cost, it's $2.
No, Dollar Tree. What's wrong with you? Niggas ain't rich out here. Dollar Tree, $1.
$1 for a bar soap.
Actually,
and you think about how
Dollar
that.
Tree is
you know what, Mr. Black Man? What about washing my clothes? Dollar Tree got detergent for $1. That's good.
The thing is, you can wash your clothes. There's no excuse to stink.
B.
There's no excuse to stink.
And there's mad 24-hour laundromats in New York.
No, I don't care. The thing is, if you wore a shirt more than 3 times,
wash it.
You have to wash it.
Niggas wearing, you
have to wear deodorant every single day.
I know they stink though because it be like below 2 degrees and you wearing shorts out here, B.
They want to be comfortable.
Cause you stink.
Motherfucker stink, B.
I gotta go to the bathroom. They be stinking, B. You have to understand how much that frustrate me, B.
We're almost done. Just hold it. It's the fact that they stink. But to answer once again, to go back to what I said, they're not looking for you.
They're not.
They're not looking for you. Do they have to expand what they're doing? Yes.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
They have to do a better outreach of doing things. They have to expand among the 1 million that watches their show.
They do.
The mere fact that Rampage lost to a rerun of SmackDown is bad.
Which everybody bitch and moans about, but they rerun SmackDown quite often on FS1.
Yeah, they do.
Like, I need to put that on the table because there was people out here that was just like, how dare they? Listen, they do it all the time. And they definitely do it on a Saturday.
And they
So I'm just gonna put that on the table.
It's called I think called Raw AM. I don't know if they're still doing that, but on TV they show like a shorter version of Raw. I forgot on which channel. They used to do that back in the day.
They show a shorter version of Raw on Hulu. So. But yeah, I just had to put that on the table. I was like, because people was like bitching and moaning about that, and I was just like, "What? SmackDown comes on FS rerun all the time."
The thing about it is now it's just like, you know what the NBA playoffs did, like a one game did. I was like, you see, niggas don't care about ratings, and they advertised. They said, the Knicks versus the Celtics did 200 million, and I looked at that. I said, wrestling does the same number, but people go crazy about that. And Biggie said it's not how it is used to because they don't count for certain things. 2 million,
yeah, because they don't incorporate streaming.
They don't. They do not. They don't like that seriously. Certain clips from all companies, it go viral. 2 million, 5 million. The thing about it is people are watching stuff in their own type of way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Pretty soon we're gonna be in player one where we're gonna be a virtual reality buying stuff. You know, Nike's making virtual clothes now.
Oh, how does that work?
The same as that. Oh, you don't play video games. Never mind.
I was like,
so basically, it's
the
like
fuck is that?
let's say that you play 2K, right? There's this in-game store, and you
get to buy jerseys and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
But
I feel like that's similar to like wrestling games when you buy gear and stuff. No.
so we're not gonna talk
They
about
use
Miro
real-life
versus
money.
Danielson.
What?
You said who?
Miro versus Daniel Danielson.
Oh, you talking about Happy Rusev Day versus Yes Chant?
Yes, it's gonna be a phenomenal
Fire, B.
Fire.
Neck versus neck, B.
What?
It's gonna be.
Yeah, they're gonna kill their necks. They're gonna beat up their necks.
Somebody's
Nigga
gonna
said
die.
neck
Yeah.
versus neck.
Somebody's gonna
Jesus
die
Christ.
tonight.
That actually should open the show.
I think Mero might catch a body that day, B.
I think they should open the show.
Miro should win.
Yeah, he should.
Why?
He deserves a push.
Yeah. And Mero been holding it down.
He actually is the best person right now. That's not like from the elite.
Yeah.
And like
honestly,
character wise, like overall character
Yeah.
and in ring,
Yeah.
like obviously Bryan Danielson has that.
Mhm.
Like obviously he's a freak of nature in the ring.
Mhm.
But for me, overall, I'm talking about character
Yeah.
and in ring.
Mero, yeah.
Right now, Mero's the best person
Yeah.
that's not part of the elite
And you know one thing?
on the AEW roster right
and
now.
You know one thing that people not giving credit for? People don't call him Rusev no more. So that means that his new character is working.
Because his old character didn't.
That was because of him.
No, hold on. Let's rewind.
That's the only.
Wait,
Listen,
wait.
That's the only one I will ever admit that Cena buried was
Cena didn't bury
was
him,
Rusev.
dogs. Cena
That
didn't
that
bury
L
him.
at Mania
Cena
that
didn't
shifted
bury him,
shifted
though.
the whole shit.
It's not. Listen, I've been preaching this until I'll preach it
It's the
till
one
I die.
person I'd be like, ugh.
I'm preaching until I die. It's not Cena.
Cena didn't have to let him go out.
It's
like that.
all about how you recover your opponent after the opponent lost.
He never really recovered from that.
That's not Cena's fault.
I'm.
Cena did his job. It's the company's fault. The company should have booked him better after that.
I feel like giving Cena a little too much credit, but it's okay.
How Cena is literally an actor, and Vince
But
is the director.
So I go back to, do you not hypothetically think Cena was in that conversation of how that was gonna go down?
It's all about what you book the actor.
No, but I'm just saying.
I understand that it's not a big act. Like for example, what guy they kind of like? Dang, he lost. Like, but he came back. The Miz, when the Miz lost the WWE Championship to Bobby Lashley, what happened after that? They kept on TV by another storyline. It's all about what they do after. People say, this person got buried. Oh my gosh. They don't put it's the company. Like great example.
That was the catalyst.
Daniel Bryan got buried by quote unquote Sheamus though, right? Quote unquote, because he lost him that quick. But now look at Daniel Bryan now. It's all about what happened.
Daniel Bryan.
Another one.
That was
Bianca Belair. All y'all niggas was crying.
Oh
my God, she's on benefit.
Let's fucking. I'm glad you brought that shit up because the way, fuck.
And all three of us said the same thing.
I get it, but the fucking roll up, guys, come on, y'all could have did better than that.
Nigga, AEW's doing this shit.
I know.
Nigga, everybody's doing a roll up.
And it doesn't make it right.
And the thing about it, why should she win? Why the fuck she should be winning the title on a fucking regular Raw?
Why not? Bobby won on a regular ass Raw. Big E won on a regular ass Raw. The fuck not?
Wait, that shit doesn't. It's not the same thing. And I don't know why everybody keeps saying that. The way Big E won was he cashed in. He said it. He built it up.
Run on a regular
but it still happened
no,
on
but
a Raw.
the thing about it.
Wait,
once again, the reason why this was them first time winning it. It's a bigger deal. This is her getting the title. It shouldn't have been on a regular
Sasha
Raw.
won it on Raw.
The thing about it, it's Bianca Belair is special. There's something special about Bianca right now.
Oh no, I get
So
that.
I'm not giving her a title on a regular ass Raw.
But then why the fuck would I give her the title match on the Raw then? Why would I do it?
The thing about it, it's building. And did I want her to lose? No. But at the same time, I'm not letting her take a pin by fucking Charlotte at Survivor Series.
And let's hold up.
I'm not doing that.
Hold up. And that goes to what we said earlier. Wrestling fans hate long-term booking. That's an example right there.
But I'm just saying, because the thing about it, what I said, and I mentioned this before, have her win at Royal Rumble.
And this makes sense.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Because you have her win on Raw. Okay, cool. Big deal.
What's next?
Exactly. She goes and fights. She goes and fights.
And lose?
Now I take her off TV for a little bit. Whatever that's done. We have Becky versus Charlotte at Survivor Series. If that happens, we have a bullshit pay-per-view in December.
What is
then
it?
you have Royal Rumble. Two
wait,
things can happen.
I don't know if they're doing that.
And it might even doing.
No, they're not doing. No,
they're not.
They're
Because
not
the
doing December
pay-per-view
because
is
they're
January
doing
1st.
the January 1st show. So they're doing January 1st, and then Rumble, and then I think something. You maybe something between, but then it's WrestleMania.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying, because now it's like two things can happen. You have her win the Royal Rumble. Once again,
I was fucking cry.
2 times win the Royal Rumble. That's, you see that feeling you'll have? Because at the end of the day, the thing is, when this is all said and done, that match on Raw is forgotten about if she wins at the Royal Rumble.
But then again, in retrospect, and I've been saying this, we said this earlier, I keep saying this, wrestling fans don't like long-term booking. They hate when WWE hotshot stuff, but then when they slow it down, it's a problem.
Everybody does it.
Personally,
Everybody's hot cold.
No. Personally, her losing, okay.
And the thing is,
the way that she lose, to me, the roll-up, how I realized throughout the years, it kind of protects the character.
No, it did. It didn't make her look weak.
It didn't,
so
because
I understood. That's what I said. But that's why.
Just like my side Miller said, the most devastating move all of sports entertainment is a pride roll-up.
No, but that's why I said before we started, I said, listen, I get why it happened. Doesn't mean that I was like, ugh.
Yeah, but you guys are saying it was, she should have, like, I get she should have won, but it's like.
I don't think that should happen at all, to be honest with you. I wouldn't even win.
It shouldn't have happened, but they wanted to win that time slot. They want people to watch the show.
No, I thought them opening the show was dope.
Yeah, that's because they're their top draw right now, so you have them open the show.
And Raw was good, though.
And then the thing, and then it was a good Raw. But at the end of the
mad storylines.
At the end of the day,
yo, when Apollo came out, I popped. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I was like, oh shit.
At the end of the day,
I know.
It's this show. It's moving the storyline better.
Thank you.
Because at the end of the day, there's multiple things. Royal Rumble means a lot to Bianca.
Come on.
To her career.
Exactly, man.
So it's fine that she lost.
There's nothing like.
And then Becky looks like Becky the villain, and people you even more heat on her, even though the fans still love her, still cheer for her.
Becky acknowledged the fact that
Becky
acknowledged the fact that even though there was booing, it is whatever.
They wasn't. They pick and choose. It was a combination of both.
She said that.
It was a combination of boos and yays, but on both ends.
Yeah, no. Well, she didn't like her, but she said that there was booing me and cheering me at the same time. She definitely acknowledged that. So either way, like I said earlier, there's all greatest example of
That's
niggas.
the same thing they doing to Cody.
Right, but again, this all goes back to what I said earlier. I keep on saying this. Wrestling fans are mixy. Wrestling fans are weird. All right?
I'm not weird.
We are weird.
I'm not weird.
We watch a sport that's predetermined, super predetermined, and then
it's a fucking storyline. It's fucking soap opera.
Just like my son D'Lo Brown said, we try to make sense of something that makes no sense. Literally.
Well, no, that's you do that when you want to be in a position of always thinking you know and you don't know. But like I genuinely can sit and watch and enjoy and not have to fan like I like that. It depends on the type of fan you are. Let me just say that, because like, so for me,
what type of fan are you?
I'm the type of fan that legit I can watch some shit and not have to think of it like my brain isn't on. Like, I just watch it for what it's worth. So, like, for instance, I told you how me and Mikey's on the 2001 gear. And we watched WrestleMania 17, so we bypassed that already. And literally...
Yeah, WCW's evading, man.
So, yeah, we're getting on the cusp of that. So, because that's his favorite time. So, we're leading up to that. But they had a rivalry. Right to Censor had a rivalry. I forgot with who. But then fucking X-Pac had a group with fucking Albert and...
Fire! X-Fire! X-Factor!
Yo, that shit is bizarro world. But one thing that I picked out, because, like, I don't remember the shit. So I literally am watching it, like, with a fresh set of eyes. What I will say is niggas got to put some respect on Bull Buchanan. Like, for real, y'all say what y'all want.
He nice.
But that nigga at that time,
he never got his due.
He was out here doing cruiserweight moves.
I think that
at his height and weight.
Yeah, I think that if Bubba came out now, he probably would have been champion.
So that shit is wild.
I never heard him spoke before though.
It didn't even matter because fucking Stevie Richards was the voice of fucking Right to Censor, so he didn't even need to talk. But I'm the type of fan where I can watch it, my brain be off, and I genuinely just watch it to see like how you mentioned the episodic, because that's how I grew up with wrestling. Like you grew up like, okay, oh shit, what's going on next week? Oh shit, what's going on in 2 days? Oh shit, like. So I can take a step back and genuinely enjoy it, and it doesn't always have to be like, oh, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong.
Yo, honestly, like.
But that Becky Bianca thing, I was like,
right.
Come on.
But honestly, this is.
I got it, but I was like, damn.
I'm a type of fan that I watch wrestling how it's supposed to be. All right. I don't take nothing personal. I honestly, I kind of I don't care what happened backstage because none of my business. I'm not there. So how I watch it is like Janelle. I watch it on some real life sports. Yes. I do see people having botches or whatever. I see past that because people make mistakes, even in basketball. How many times that somebody, shot the hoop into the wrong basket, or they did a play where they give it to the other person. Mistakes happen everywhere. So they just call it sports bloopers. Us wrestling fans make so much a big deal about it. We ain't perfect. Botches been happening everywhere. So I watch it as how it's supposed to be. Sports entertainment. That's it. What about you? What type of fan are you?
I study wrestling. I think wrestling's amazing. I just study it. That's it.
Deep.
That's it. I don't take nothing personal.
But I've never. Cause I think even you try to play me about it. He was like, "Oh, you didn't know about Earl Hebner stealing?" No, nigga. I didn't know anything about backstage stuff until we started doing a podcast.
Really?
Because I don't care for that.
Me? Reason why I started caring about backstage stuff because you forget I was out injured.
No, I
almost died, so that's why I caught up with everything.
No,
yeah.
I understand that, but for me is because when you start really getting into it,
it's a dark hole.
All your heroes are fucking scumbags.
Like sports, like NBA, like when you start really getting deep into it now.
All your superheroes are really villains.
Yeah, because it's they're all scumbags. Like you look at Jericho sideways. His wife was on
the
Capitol.
Shit
you start looking at him sideways. You look at Undertaker kind of like weird sometimes.
But the thing about it is, we forget. Take away the whole celebrity status. Everybody's just having a human experience.
I understand that, but the thing about it, their beliefs don't line up with mine.
So then now I can't so now I can not only fuck with you not as a person, I can't fuck with you as a character.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff that you don't agree with this is stuff.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Is like, I may not a lot of stuff I don't agree with.
No. I mean, let me ask you guys a question, and this is like just in general. Can you separate the artist from the work, from his artist?
Yeah,
no.
I can.
If it's racism, child pornography, and go for children, I can't do that.
I can't.
I personally can't do that. I don't really fuck with it. Am I gonna blast your music like I used to? No. Maybe once in a while I might play something, but for the most part, I still it because I worked with kids my entire life. Yep. I was
a kid. We all was kids.
We were always kids, and I see what happens when that happens to adults.
Yeah, man.
What happens? So I can't. It's a hard to separate. Because racism, that means like, yo, bro, you treated my black heroes like shit.
Yeah, you did. Personally, I can't. Like certain things, like if you said something offensive and stuff like that, you're cool. But if you touching girls and you raping people, you do all this stuff, I can't bang with you. Yes, you make great music, R. Kelly. Great. But look how many lives that you affected and damaged. How many of those girls need therapy? How many girls do all of this? Come on. I cannot support you, dogs. Yes, there's songs that I don't know that he wrote. Cool. Whatever. I don't know. Like my brother always said, is just like, if you don't know, you're not making no harm. But if you know, you do better.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah. If you know, you do better.
But that's always been the thing with me, because it's like, oh, you didn't know about this happened years ago. I really don't care, because at the end of the day, like, it ruins the experience.
Like honestly, when like all these stories come out about Stone Cold beating his wife and stuff like that, you're like, dang.
But the thing about it, he actually apologized about it.
Right.
And then she came out and said something about it too.
Yeah, but this is what I was gonna say. That is, we all focus on what they do, but nobody likes the story after, where like the person said, nah, this is what really happened. Even with the guys that who are accused of rape, they make a big headline of what he did, and then comes to find out he didn't do it. Whatever, the article could be this small.
But that's like a different conversation. That's a whole different conversation.
Even with whole Jada and Will, the article did not say that. People just read the headline and ran with that. If you read the article, it's way different. That's why I tell people, Read.
You know what? We were talking about that in New Orleans.
It's way different.
Because niggas was looking at like, oh, Jada's the worst. And I was just like, when you actually listen to the clip, she actually was talking
when it was in her 20s.
She was talking about it from a stance of like getting to know your partner. It was never the fact of like Will doesn't satisfy me. Like she never said that part. What she said was that when you're in a relationship and you're getting to know someone, you can't assume that they know what you like sexually. That's really what she said. I'm glad I had to put that on there because that bothered me.
Janelle, for you saying that, some people would say that a girl defending Jada, red flag. No, Janelle, this is.
I mean, we're both
No. I get you, sis. I was just about to say that. It's you understanding your sign.
Well, no, that was just a perspective.
Let me finish, mama. Baby girl, let me finish.
Yeah, I need you talking to the mic, though.
Yeah, like I said before, it's you understanding your sign. You have done the shadow work. You have done the work to understand you as a person. So you see certain things, it's like, y'all don't listen. Me, when I read that, I said, this ain't nothing. Because if I first meet a girl, whatever, right? All three of us, right? You got to ask questions. What you like and don't like.
I'm not meeting no girl.
Huh?
I said, I'm not meeting no girl, but continue.
Whatever. My nigga, can you just go with me, son?
I'm not
like,
meeting
why?
no girl. I'm just
why
saying.
Stop pressing the bell on the bus and just ride with me?
I'm just saying, no, sometimes I got to get off because I'm not included. But continue.
Yeah, like me and my brother, we ask questions because us as men, we have to understand what a girl like and don't like. Simple, but people don't want to. But people don't want to go deep. Like I would always say, if you want to hide something, put it in the book.
But the thing is, you're at a celebrity status. Be careful what you say and how you say things.
I don't think she should use herself as an example. All the time.
But that's what I'm trying to say because
she's right underneath a microscope.
Because you already just shut up. Like have a conversation, but just stop because you guys are rebuilding. It's like the shit went left and you still playing with fire.
How's she playing with fire?
No, she's playing with fire because she's mentioning the relationship.
She's still using herself as the example.
And it does take it out of hand. Yes, it's not your fault that people take it out of hand, but at the same time,
they wouldn't be able to take it out of hand if you never said anything.
If you don't mention anything.
But then it's a sucky catch-22 because probably in her mind, in her perspective, she's just like, well, this was my experience, and if I can tell my story or tell something, then it can. It can change someone else's life.
Then be better at saying it.
How else can she say that?
How she said it was clear.
Exactly.
So then don't say it at all because what I'm trying to say is that you're at a point. That's when you become you're under a microscope. You just said it. You already have troubles in a relationship already because this motherfucker's talking about he's almost committed suicide. You don't know how it's affecting him.
I understand that though.
But it's like, you're just adding fuel to the fire.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah, she didn't say anything wrong. But what I'm trying
it's once again, it goes to this is why people don't like talking to reporters because they mix your words up.
And I understand that.
And the headline
so
is
don't
sexy
talk.
like that.
So don't talk.
She was talking on a platform.
And I understand that, but sometimes you gotta finagle it better.
It's just like for example, it's just like
I'm the wrong person to ask about.
It's just like certain topics with sex on talk that me and Amanda may talk about that she may have an idea with, and necessarily I may not to say I'm not comfortable, but I'm just not saying I don't want to be the scapegoat on that one. So that you pick and choose when you have a platform, you pick and choose which battles you really want to take on. Jada ass take on all the battles, and you just be like, sis, you don't need to all the time, but. Back to wrestling real quick while we come to the end of the show. What are some other things that happened this week in wrestling that caught your eye that was very interesting?
Once again, like I said, Miro's the best person in AEW outside the Elite.
Yeah. With me?
As a complete character. No, because like does anybody see what this dude is doing? Promos are number 10. Yeah. In-ring ability, number 10 type of shit.
He's entertaining.
He's entertaining as fuck.
He's funny. He's serious.
Yeah, he is the best person on AEW outside of the Elite.
Me? This week in wrestling, I reached out to me, Biggie.
Biggie?
Yo,
Kevin Owens?
I popped because when Kevin Owens said, yo, let's do it for the one time, we've never done it, I was like, oh shit, They really have never done it.
And this is why and this is why I be preaching. Biggie is doing his thing. Biggie, think about it. Biggie was on Hot 97. He was the first wrestler on Breakfast Club, to my knowledge. And then he's on every other stuff, doing the black round.
He was doing media.
Shout out to WWE for really investing in the black culture. You understand? Like, that's the one thing that people don't give WWE credit for.
Didn't I just say that earlier?
Yeah, but he just reiterated. That's okay.
Yeah. You want credit for that too, my nigga?
No, I'm just saying is that's what I said earlier because you were talking about. I was like, yo, the outreach is fire right now.
Yeah, they did a media tour and he did it.
He's doing his thing.
He was doing all different.
You know, him and Big E. And once again, reason why that I love Big E, because that promo he had, he was not throwing pancakes and that. He was serious. And, you know, we talked to Kevin Owens. You don't think that if they didn't trust him on that mic, you think that he would get freedom the way he does? Yes, some people feel like Big E needs to be more serious, this, that, or third. But I'm looking like, yo, bro, reason why that I love Big E as a champion in my eyes because he demonstrate what a real man is.
He said his own sucker. I was like,
yeah,
oh my God.
Big E demonstrate what you should strive as a man.
Tickle. But actually,
his version of being
what
a
I
man.
actually really
It's
like
not what a man
though.
is.
Go ahead.
What I actually really like though is that
walk in front of the camera.
how you would have appreciated this comment about going back to when Big E versus Seth during the NXT when he faced Seth for the NXT title. I saw a clip of that on WWE's YouTube page, and I was like, "Oh shit, we are connecting the dots."
Yeah,
and it's bizarre to me. I was like, "Oh damn, y'all just pulled that out."
He took it off of Seth.
I was like, I was like, y'all niggas is really out here connecting the dots, and it was impressive. But what else in wrestling this week? Well, SmackDown. What happened on SmackDown? I remember. So far ago.
No, SmackDown was solid. I personally, I know Keith doesn't like him. Dominic's storyline is fire.
Yo, and it keeps growing every week.
Was it on SmackDown?
No, that was Raw.
That was Raw. My bad. That was on Raw.
Austin Theory and stuff.
Yeah. I know Austin Theory got like is mad problematic right now in these streets, but
I mean, he's not as problematic if he's going against Rey Mysterio and him kind of like getting that rub from Rey. I don't feel like.
Well, you know, he has the story that went out with him and shit, but it is what it is.
What y'all talking about?
Austin Theory has been doing his thing.
I had brought up, and that's why I said you would have appreciated it. I brought up how on WWE's YouTube page they had a clip, or they had the match of Seth versus Big E in NXT for the title when he won.
I saw that.
So I was saying that it's interesting that they're connecting those dots and brought that back to the right, and they're bringing that back to the front because of the whole now him and Seth. And I'm telling you, that little piece of paper of a contract is way worse than a fucking money in the big briefcase with Seth. He's so more obnoxious. Yes. I was like, oh my God.
And I go back to say what I said last week. It's the Batman versus the Joker. You need somebody. Literally, this is money right here.
You know his blazer was on. Is it Macy's?
Oh really?
You can get that suit in Macy's.
I'll get it.
What about NXT real quick? I know you're not too much of a fan, but I thoroughly enjoyed. Outside of honestly, believe it or not, that last shit, I actually don't care for that. But
no, Escobar and Squad need to have all the gold. I don't know why they're not putting them on. I was watching last week. I watch it every week actually, but I don't think it's good.
What about it? You don't think it's good though?
That is so true.
It's like shit thrown against the wall.
What are you talking about?
But sometimes it's I mean, isn't?
That's what it feels like. It feels like shit is thrown against the wall. The only bright spot for me is obviously Carmelo. And and then I love Johnny, but for the most part it's like, and then it's Steiner's kid.
Yeah, he came out. He was like, he admitted, he was like, I lost, but I'll come back. I was like, yeah, you do that.
Yeah, and then so
like your daddy.
Those are the bright spots. I think Lash is her show is cute.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that.
Anthony, he's all right, but it's like it is NXT when it first started.
Thank you.
It's NXT when it first started.
Thank you.
But it was always also all over the place.
Yes.
When it first started.
Yes, because
what I'm getting right now is that they're trying to find who their main stars are gonna be.
Yeah, they're shifting things.
But it's a rough process right now.
Well, I mean, it's gonna be.
It's gonna be because if you think
I'm gonna mention it.
Thank you.
No, that's fair.
Thank you for bringing this up because a lot of people seem to forget how the original NXT was. Because when I started watching NXT, it was Cesaro left. I think it was the first ever arrival. Yeah, that's when I started watching hard. And back in the day, they had a mixture of main roster talent and a mixture of up and coming. Natty was on there. Tyson Kidd was on there. Cesaro was on there. Mero's on there for a little bit too. A lot of people was on there. It was a mixture of both. Jinder Mahal was down there. You understand? Mixture of both. And like you said, it's going to be rough for a little bit. But the one thing that people don't understand is Becky Lynch was not Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch had a freaking, she was, Charlotte wasn't Charlotte. Bailey, nothing. Come on. All these people was not who they are.
Speaking of, we're going to wrap this up because we got to go. But speaking of that, Bailey's going to be the dark horse in the Rumble. She's going to probably be number 30.
Which is fine, but I just think I don't like it.
Because she started training.
You don't like what?
I don't like NXT.
But I enjoy it. That's the funny part. I never watched the original.
I just said that because I watched the original one and I understand. No,
ask your question. Did you watch it when it first came out?
Yes, and it was rough, and that's why I stopped watching it because it's rough to watch right now. It's not organized. But the thing about it, you have a bunch of people. This is their first time on camera, first time in front of crowds.
Thank you.
It's basically FCW all over again.
There you have it. Thank you once again to Kofi, Wheatson, and Dre last week for in place of moi. Appreciate you guys always jumping in.
Shout out to all my guys out there, man.
Once again,
shout out to Spedaz crew.
Okay.
Shout out my niggas?
Okay, yeah, you shout them out in the beginning. But once again, shout out to Dirty Heels for their what you said 2-year anniversary. Yes. Very proud of you guys. Once again, Full Gear next weekend. We'll be at Legends. You can RSVP. Make sure to come out and support. We'll all be at HOG next Friday. The return of HOG. So it's going to be more of a reunion than anything. But it's exciting. And then the following week is Survivor Series weekend. Well, once again, we're going to have a little meetup at Legends the night before Survivor Series. So make sure to come out and support and make sure to look out for more information on that. And then once again, Survivor Series, the boys will be at Legends. And then after that, we'll be winding down and talking about this year in wrestling of 2021. So make sure to always subscribe to our YouTube page. Make sure to follow us on all social media platforms at the Jobbertears Podcast. As always, I'm Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins and Mrblacc. Hashtag Black Excellence. Hashtag We Are Out.
Wrestling fans like to party. That's the title.
We likes to party.
Wrestling fans like to party. I don't picture